Hey fellow Jedi Knights and Sith Lords, welcome back to the Star Wars headquarters. I hope you guys are all doing good today, and in this video we are talking about General Grievous, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and all kinds of stuff, starting off with leaked details about General Grievous's upcoming third skin, and this information comes from famous leaker Some Info, and then we'll be diving into Obi-Wan Kenobi's abilities and emotes, which were revealed from Datamined files, and then also details on General Grievous fixes that will be coming up, and then more. So let's dive into the first topic here, starting off with the third skin that will be coming for General Grievous. And as you know, I'll show this real quick. On roadmap version 3, you can see the November column here. The third appearance for General Grievous has already been confirmed by DICE and EA. So yes, we will be definitely getting a third skin for Grievous. We just don't know what it is, but famous leaker Some Info has given us a hint on what it could be. So this was posted on Reddit. General Grievous 66 asked, what is the Grievous skin coming in November? And Some Info responded with scattered with some kind of lava or burning metal all over his body. That should be epic in terms of rarity. Now the description of this sounds really awesome. And then Some Info went on to say, was told to give this as a reference, but also mentioning it does look different than this image, with the burning parts being situated elsewhere. Then he linked to this image showing what we can expect for the third Grievous skin. And of course, this image is where Grievous dies in episode 3. But again, Some Info stressed that the third Grievous skin will look a bit different than this, with burning parts on his body in different areas. But I think this would be an awesome skin for General Grievous. Of course, this is not confirmed. This is coming from Some Info. EA and DICE have not confirmed this, so keep that in mind as always. But it sounds pretty legit, and in the past, Some Info has proven to be very reliable with his leaks and information. So what do you guys think about this? Would you be happy with this as the third skin? I would be thrilled to see this as the third skin. It would be absolutely terrifying seeing General Grievous on the battlefront with burning parts coming at you. I think it would be so cool. Now, I know that many of you, including myself, do want to see a caped version of Grievous, but as we explained earlier in a previous video, Benoit kind of hinted that a caped version really probably wouldn't work because, you know, Grievous with his 4 lightsabers, he'd end up damaging his cape and burning off the cape with his 4 lightsabers. So I don't know if we're ever going to get a caped version of Grievous, but it'd be really cool to see. Maybe they could do that in the future as well. But guys, let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. What do you want Grievous's third skin to be? Let me know in the comments down below. Now, let's move on to what Uninspired Zebra had to say about Obi-Wan Kenobi's abilities. And Uninspired Zebra, he is another leaker as well in the Star Wars Battlefront 2 community who has proved very reliable in the past. So that's why we're reporting on Uninspired Zebra's leak as well. Now, this is actually not a leak. I should back up. This is actually a data mine from the Battlefront 2 files. So this one shows this. So Uninspired Zebra says that Obi-Wan's abilities are as follows according to the Datamined files. All Out Push is the first one, which is sometimes referred to as Force Push. The second one is Defensive Rush, and then the third one is Mind Control. So that's pretty cool. And if we look at these abilities, these seem like really good abilities from the titles of them so far. And they certainly make sense to me because All Out Push, you know, it's basically a force push, and I would definitely expect that to be one ability for Obi-Wan Kenobi, making him very powerful on maps like Kashyyyk, where he can push, you know, the opponents over the edge. And then Defensive Rush sounds like something where, of course, he'll leap forward or move forward, similar to what Luke Skywalker does. And then, of course, Mind Control is what Rey uses as well, something similar. So I'm assuming it's going to work similar to Rey's Mind Trick ability. We'll have to see. But I think these abilities certainly make sense for Obi-Wan Kenobi for sure. So let me know what you think about that as well in the comments down below. And we actually predicted that those would be his abilities. I mean, we said that he'd probably have like a rush ability, a Mind Trick ability, and then a Force Push ability. So I'm very excited to see that these are Obi-Wan's abilities for sure. And then also, Uninspired Zebra posted this, which are Obi-Wan's emotes according to the Datamined file. So you got hello there, of course. You got your move, strongest, and then absolutes. Now there's also 4, 5, 6, and 7 with question marks. So we'll see what those are all about. But overall, I'm pretty happy with these. I really want to see the negotiations were short. That's one that I really want to see as an emote as well. But let me know, what other emotes do you want to see for Obi-Wan Kenobi when he releases? I think that's a pretty good list to start off, because you have to have hello there in the emote list, definitely. Now, let's move on to the next topic here about Padme and Ahsoka supposedly coming to Star Wars Battlefront 2, because as you know, as we reported yesterday, Ahsoka and Padme were referenced to in General Grievous's voice line. So General Grievous literally referred to Ahsoka and Padme in his voice lines in the Star Wars Battlefront 2 files. Now, this is not, confirming that Ahsoka and Padme are coming to the game, but it's definitely interesting that they were mentioned in the files for sure. Now, some info responded about this, and Kyle, he said, hey, some info, Ahsoka and Padme, Datamined, can we say we are going to get both of them? If so, what do you think about partner counter villain for Padme? Thank you. And then some info responded and said, none of these heroes are confirmed, as I only massively coughed on them. We may get them all 3 of them, or maybe 4 for even numbers. I think he was also referring to Ventress as well. Because, of course, if you have Ahsoka and Padme coming to the game, you have to have a Sith or a dark side hero coming to the game as well to balance it out. And I think Ventress would be perfect. Let me know what you guys think about this as well in the comments. And keep in mind, I would be very excited to see Ahsoka and Ventress come to the game, because they'd be dual-wielding lightsaber heroes. How awesome would that be? Now, if you guys have been playing with Grievous nonstop like I have been, you have probably noticed that some of his abilities don't seem quite right, or sometimes just don't work like they should. And a user, well, this is Forge, this is the community manager, responded to this. A user did say, Thrust Surge, in my experience, is having trouble with its hit confirm. And then the community manager of DICE responded and said, we are tracking this and already working on a fix. So if you've noticed that the Thrust Surge ability just isn't making the connection and doing any damage to the enemies, well, DICE is aware of this and they are working on a fix. Thank goodness. So at least they responded about that, and they are working on a fix. And then concerning this, a user by the name of Stofato, I believe it is, said, you guys could look into Unrelenting Advance 2. Sometimes it deflects blaster fire, sometimes it doesn't, and maybe speed up a little his turning speed with the ability. And the community manager responded and said, yes, it's on the list and currently being looked at. And I totally agree with this, because Unrelenting Advance, it just seems way too weak. And I think also the damage output of Unrelenting Advance needs to be completely buffed. I mean, when you go through clone troopers with Unrelenting Advance, in my opinion, they should immediately die. That's what I think. Or do significant damage to the point where they don't stand a chance of escaping it. I mean, that move should be his ultimate powerful move. Now, thank goodness, his Claw Rush move actually works very well. So right now, I do recommend that you rely on the Claw Rush move. So make sure you guys are using that most of the time. You guys have already probably figured that out anyway. But yeah, with General Grievous, they are working on those fixes. When those are coming, I hope very soon. I hope we get like a hot fix where they release it immediately instead of making us wait around for the November update. So we'll see what happens. Now also, let's talk about this as well. So with the launch trailer of General Grievous, if you saw that, it was absolutely awesome. Technically, it was like a community development trailer of General Grievous, I guess you'd say. But Forge responded and said, thoughts on this video? Want to see more of them? Want us to focus on more? Release it just before an update or day of an update? And I have to say, yes, please give us more trailers, give us more, development updates on what's coming up. Show us what's coming up. We absolutely love this kind of stuff. And it really spreads the word about Battlefront 2 for those people who may have been out of the loop on Battlefront 2 for a while. And they may end up seeing this stuff and go, whoa, this looks awesome. I need to get back into Battlefront 2. And I think these type of videos will really strengthen the community and bring people back into Battlefront 2, especially when Geonosis and Obi-Wan release next month in November. And finally, we're going to wrap up the video with this. This is some extra details. A user by the name of Storm01 said, after the Clone Wars content, we really should get the classic skin for Han, Leia, and Luke. We asked them since the 2015 game, and we never got them, even though they are their most iconic appearances. And some info responded, there is a chance to see them ported later. So maybe we will get those skins. He has said this a couple times, so maybe it will happen, guys. We will see. But yeah, let me know what classic skins do you want to see come back to Battlefront 2. And as you see, Grievous is kind of glitching out here. This is something else that DICE is looking to work on as well. They did confirm that they are looking to work on the glitched animation that sometimes happen. I guess that happens when you're locked onto an enemy with thrust surge, and then the enemy is killed, and then you just go into this weird spinning animation. Sometimes you can get out of it, but in that case, I really couldn't. But guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. And may the Force be with you always. And happy Halloween. See you guys next time.